Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. Mitos. Back with another video. So, from my last video, you guys, I took the Big Rock to the park and got his maiden run in off-road on these Badland MX-38s, belted. Did pretty damn good. I'm in the process of actually cleaning it up. And I'm actually going to change the actual shock oil because this is the shock oil that was for the Outcast 6S EXB. So I want some stiffer shock oil. I'm going to go ahead and throw in there. I got some 60 weight. I'm going to try that. That may be too heavy, but we'll see. Also, I am going to be installing the Max6 ESC, the G2 ESC, as well as the 1650 kV motor today. So I'm waiting on the postman to drop off the motor, but I have the ESC and I went ahead and soldered a QS8 connector on the end of it. So I will be running this on 6S, but I also have a QS8 splitter. If I do decide to run it on 8, I can run it on 8 as well. Just save me some time soldering and more leads, ESC leads as well. But yeah, definitely gonna go ahead and finish cleaning it up and get this motor out. I think I'm gonna bump that pinion up too, to maybe a 24, 25, or maybe even a 26. And eventually I'll change my center diff from whatever the factory is, whether it's a 50, 48, or 46 or whatever. I'm gonna drop that down to a 40. But yeah, let me go ahead and get this ESC swapped and get the motor put in, and I'll get you guys back on. All right, guys, so check this out. So the ESC and the motor is out. So in here is the Max6. It's ready to get installed on the Big Rock. I think I am gonna go ahead and just clean it. I kind of like just dusted all the grass and stuff up out of it, but I think I'm gonna clean it before I actually install these components. I need to go check the mail because I'm sure the motor is in the mailbox right now. And gonna go ahead and switch out this oil and these shocks. So for those who don't have an actual shock stand, just get you a 20 ounce or 16 ounce water bottle. Your shocks slide right into the top of it, holds it up, crack it, pour out the old oil, put the shock on top, and then fill it back up. You got it all in one. Old oil, new oil, seal it and throw that bottle in the trash. You feel me? So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Then put the motor in, and then button this mug back up. So yeah. All right, guys, so as you can see here, I went ahead and installed the ESC. And finally, the motor arrived. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off, pull off the side panel, install the motor. I think I'm gonna run it with a 26 tooth pinion first, and then check the temps on it or what have you. And the reason why I put this back on here because I kind of made an I would say like an improvement, or I improvised with the switch. You know, with the Big Rock, in order to turn the ESC off and on, you have to remove the body to do so. So what I went ahead and did was, bro, be quiet. Hush. Anyway, what I went ahead and did was made an incision. Here's my wife over there laughing. And my dog just made some silly ass sound. So I made an incision right here. I cut a little piece out and mounted the switch on the outside of the body. You know, so what happens is when you put the body, here, let me see. So when you put the body back on here, damn. Give me a second. If it doesn't, let me slide this back in here. Damn, this is a little touch on my hand with it. But yeah, damn. There's a button right there. Flap. You know what I mean? So you ain't gotta remove the body to turn it off and on anymore. So it's right there. More than enough clearance. It's not gonna hit the arms or whatnot. You know, it's got full rotation with the tires. This doesn't move back and forth. So you ain't gotta worry about nothing. Double-sided taped it down. And yeah, that's where it's at. That's the same location I have on my 3S Big Rock. Right here in the front. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and put the pinion on here and get this motor mounted in and get it set. And I think we'll be done. Put the wheels back on it. And so I changed the oil. Oil's changed. This oil is the same. Changed the droop screws in the rear to almost make it flat, even. And yeah. Babbling, but let me go ahead and finish this. Let's get it. Houston, we have a problem. 26 tooth pinion don't fit the factory motor mount with the factory center diff. There's not enough space to pull the motor mount back. I mean the plate and the motor back this way in order for it to fit the screw. Mesh is way too tight, so I gotta go down a couple pinion sizes or go down on the spur. So right now, I think I have 23, 24, let me see, I'll figure it out. But yeah, I gotta get a smaller pinion. So back to ground zero. All right, guys. So instead of changing the pinion out, I'm going to go ahead and keep the pinion that's on there, the 26. I'm just going to change the spur, and I'm going to change the spur with a donor center diff from my infraction. This is a budget build that I did a couple years ago. I had bought this infraction from a guy on Craigslist or OfferUp for 260 bucks. I put some wheels on it, side skirts. I put the 1650 kV combo in it, the sensorless, and running it on 4S parallel. So, but I went ahead, I did a Robinson Racing center differential. So I'm gonna just go ahead and snatch this one out just to see if I can get it, if it's the same fit in there. And then I'll just replace this one with that one and then order another one. I just didn't feel like waiting. And I haven't ran this car in a while, you know what I mean? So it'll be okay if I decide to borrow it for a little bit. It's dirty as hell, but yeah, let me go ahead and take this out and put it in the, put it over here. Let's get it. All right, folks, Houston, we have another problem. Problem number one, the infraction has square cups on the center diff to allow you to put the disc brake. Big Rock's is round. So right off the rip, it doesn't fit over the cups. Secondly, this is too wide. It doesn't fit. You can force it down, but then you get no spin. So ultimately, what I'm gonna have to do is pull these diffs apart and swap the spur gear. Shit. It is what it is. Let's get it. All right, guys, this is the last stripe. I'm done. I'm gonna just put everything back together. The diameter of the hole in the center on the Big Rock and the hole in diameter on the center for the infraction are two different sizes. So this spur gear does not fit. Damn, the spur gear does not fit over the cup of the Big Rock. Doesn't fit. So it is what it is. I wouldn't have known that if I didn't try it. So definitely the cups, center differential cups are different. They're bigger on the Big Rock, smaller on the infraction on the other 7 scales of Arrma. The spur gear for the infraction in them, it doesn't fit. So I'm gonna button this all back up and put this shit back together and just change the pinion. Big waste of time, but it is what it is. Wouldn't have known if I didn't try it. All right, guys. So finally got it all buttoned back up together. Here we have the 1650 kV Hobbywing combo. As you see, I put the turn on button on the outside. So when you throw the body on it, you can turn it off and on from the front. Ran into an issue with removing the pinion. I actually stripped the grub screw. So the 26 tooth pinion is still on there. I had to take my Dremel and widen out the opening at the top of this motor mount so that the first screw, I know you guys can see that, the first screw can sit flush so that the motor can slide back and forth. So I had to Dremel some aluminum out so that I can actually fit this in here so that I can get a good mesh on my gearing. And that's why you see all these shavings all underneath it and whatnot. And also, word to the wise, if you're gonna get this combo, do not place your ESC up against, hold on, let me turn the light on. Do not place your ESC up against, damn, you see that little bar right there that go across? Right there, do not place your ESC all the way up there. Because what happens is, you're gonna run into your motor connector tapping against this pin right here. So you're gonna have to move that back. It's kind of sloppy. I had to peel it off and replace it just so that I can plug in this this last connector for the motor. So at this time, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean it up again, get all these shavings out of it, and get it presentable. All right, you guys, finally got it all buttoned up. Got the body back on it. So check it out. So I've done a little bit of cosmetic upgrades to it. Shock oil, different shocks. Got a wheelie, not necessarily a bar, but just like a scraper to stop me from wheeling and flipping over. Got some wheels, new electronics, relocated the power button, added LEDs to the sides. She ready. tomorrow I'll go ahead and get a street run with it, test it out. To be continued. Peace.